At one point, the entire world was laughing at him. Not quietly, not privately, publicly. Millions of people watching, judging, mocking every move he made. Missed chances turned into memes. Bad decisions turned into headlines. And slowly, a dangerous narrative started forming. He's not good enough. Overrated. Waste of money. Imagine being one of the most expensive young players in the world and hearing that every single day. Not once, not twice. Every day. That's where the story begins. Not at the top, not in glory, but in doubt. Before the criticism, before the pressure, before the world turned on him, Vinícius Júnior was just a kid in Brazil. A place where football isn't a career choice, it's a way out, a way forward, a way to survive. Streets filled with dreams. Kids playing barefoot, no luxury, no shortcuts, just hunger. And from a very young age, he had something others didn't. Speed that didn't feel real. Movement that confused defenders. Confidence that didn't match his age. But talent alone isn't enough. It never is. Because when Real Madrid signed him for $45 million at just 16, everything changed overnight. Expectations exploded. Pressure multiplied. And suddenly, he wasn't just a talented kid anymore. He was an investment. A future star. A player the world was watching before he even arrived. And that's where the real problem started. Because talent grows in silence. But pressure destroys in public. When he finally stepped onto the pitch for Real Madrid, the stage was too big, the lights too bright, the expectations too heavy. Every touch mattered, every decision analyzed, every mistake amplified. And slowly, things started going wrong. He was fast, unbelievably fast. He could beat defenders with ease, create chances out of nothing, get into perfect positions. But then, the final moment, the decision, the shot, the pass. It all fell apart, again and again and again. Missed chances became a pattern. Fans started getting frustrated. Commentators started questioning. Social media turned ruthless. Clips of his mistakes spread everywhere. People didn't just criticize him, they laughed at him. That's a different kind of pressure because criticism can motivate you. But humiliation? That breaks you. And for a young player in a new country, new culture, new language, it becomes overwhelming. Confidence started dropping. You could see it. The hesitation, the doubt, the extra touch, the second guessing. And in football, hesitation kills everything. Because at this level, you don't get time to think. You react. Instinct, confidence, flow. And once that breaks, everything breaks. And that's exactly what happened. There were moments where it looked like he wouldn't make it. Like Real Madrid made a mistake. Like the pressure was too much, like the world was right about him. But here's the part most people don't see. Behind the missed chances, behind the criticism, behind the memes, there was something else happening. Work, relentless, quiet, unseen work. Because while the world was laughing, like he was training. While people were making videos about his failures, that he was studying his mistakes. While everyone else had already decided his future, he was rewriting it. That's the difference, because talent gives you a start, but mentality decides everything. And Vinícius Júnior refused to accept the story people were writing about him. But it wasn't easy, because improvement doesn't happen overnight. There were still bad games, still missed chances, still criticism, and every time it happened, the noise came back louder, stronger, more aggressive. Sell him. He's not Real Madrid level. He'll never improve. Imagine hearing that while still trying to figure things out. Most players break here. They lose confidence completely. They stop trying. They play safe. They disappear. But he didn't. He kept taking risks, kept dribbling, kept attacking, even when it failed, even when people laughed, even when it hurt. Because deep down, he believed something the world didn't. That he was not finished, not even close. And then something started changing. Slowly at first. Small improvements. better decisions, cleaner finishing, more composure. It wasn't perfect, but it was progress. And progress is dangerous because once it starts, it doesn't stop. Then came the moment that changed everything. A Champions League night, the biggest stage in club football, the kind of stage where players either disappear or become something else. And on that night, everything clicked. The same player who couldn't finish scored. The same player who was doubted and delivered. The same player who was mocked silenced the world. And just like that, the narrative started breaking. Not completely, not instantly, but enough. Enough to create doubt in the minds of those who doubted him. Wait, is he actually improving? Was it just a phase? Did we judge him too early? That's how it starts. Because success doesn't shout. It builds, quietly, relentlessly. And Vinícius Júnior was building something powerful, something real, something the world wasn't ready for. Because the biggest mistake people make is judging a player before his story is finished. And his story was just getting started. And once that shift began, there was no stopping it. Because confidence in football is everything. The same situations that once exposed him now started revealing something else. Growth. Real, undeniable growth. The hesitation disappeared. The extra touch was gone. Decisions became sharper, faster, more precise. And suddenly defenders who once waited for his mistakes started fearing his next move because now, when he got the ball, something felt different. There was purpose. There was clarity. There was belief. And belief changes everything. You could see it in the way he ran, in the way he faced defenders, in the way he entered the box. No more doubt, no more second guessing. Just action, direct, aggressive, confident. And that's when people started realizing this is not the same player anymore. But the real moment, the moment that separates potential from greatness, came on the biggest stage of all. Champions League. Final. The kind of night that defines careers forever. Millions watching. Pressure at its highest. One mistake, and everything collapses. One moment, and everything changes. And in that moment, when it mattered the most, he delivered. Calm, precise, deadly. A goal that didn't just win a match, it changed everything. Because that goal didn't just silence critics, it erased them. The same people who laughed at him now had nothing to say. The same fans who doubted him now celebrated him. The same world that questioned him now believed in him. And just like that, everything flipped. But here's the truth most people miss. That goal wasn't luck. It wasn't random. It was built. Built through every missed chance, every criticism, every moment of doubt. Because failure doesn't destroy you. If you use it, it builds you. And Vinícius Júnior used everything, every joke, every headline, every doubt. He turned it into fuel, and that's what made him dangerous. Because now he wasn't just playing football, he was proving something. To himself, to the world, to everyone who ever doubted him. And once a player reaches that level, he becomes unstoppable. Defenders couldn't handle him anymore, too fast, too unpredictable, too confident. He wasn't just creating chances now, like he was finishing them, assisting, scoring, deciding games, big games, important games. The kind of performances that don't just win matches, they build legacies. And slowly, a new narrative started forming, not overrated, not waste of money, but something else, something bigger, world-class, elite, one of the best. And that's the moment where everything becomes clear. The same player, the same talent, the same ability. The only thing that changed was belief. Because talent without confidence looks average. But talent with confidence looks unstoppable. And Vinícius Júnior finally found that balance. But the story doesn't end there. Because success brings a different kind of challenge. Now the expectations are higher. Now the pressure is different. Now the world isn't doubting you, it's watching you. Waiting to see if you can do it again. and again and again, because staying at the top is harder than reaching it. But here's what makes his story different. He's been here before. He knows what doubt feels like. He knows what pressure does. He knows what it takes to rebuild. And that experience, that pain, that journey gives him something most players don't have: resilience. Because when you've already been at your lowest, nothing at the top can scare you. And that's why he plays the way he does now. Free, fearless, relentless. Because he's no longer trying to prove people wrong. He's proving himself right. And that's a different level of confidence, a dangerous level, because now there's no hesitation, no fear, no limits. And maybe that's the real story. Not that he became a great player, but how he became one. Through doubt, through failure, through pressure, through everything that was supposed to break him. Because in the end, it wasn't the talent that defined him. It was the response, the decision to keep going, the refusal to quit, the belief when nobody else believed. And that's what makes stories like this different. Because they're not just about football. They're about something deeper, something real. Because at some point in life, everyone gets doubted, everyone gets judged, everyone gets underestimated. The difference is what you do next. Do you listen? Do you stop? Or do you keep going until they have no choice but to change their mind? Vinícius Júnior made his choice. And he didn't just change the narrative, he destroyed it, because the same world that once laughed at him now watches him in silence. And maybe that's the loudest victory of all.